Hey everyone, welcome to a Sunday edition of the Action Figuratorium. My name is Mark and I'm here in the studio today on a Sunday, which is a day I normally don't broadcast, but I am here because I intend, just give me 1 second, I intend to do a little painting, as it were, of this Sesame Street thrift store find. This is a little street with some buildings on it. And I thought I would give it a bit of a paint wash after using it on one of the earlier episodes with the Micro Icons punks. And I thought it might be cool to just give it little highlights and accents here and there and add a little bit of realistic grit to it. So that is coming up today. We will be in the studio painting. This is on Action Figuratorium. And we have returned now. Welcome if you've just popped in. This is a show where normally I do photography of action figures. It is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday show. I am doing a Sunday thing here because I wanted to come in and paint, and I thought, well, maybe we could stream this and make it a little more fly on the wall as to what's going on. I am sitting down this episode. Normally I stand and pace around. I will be doing some detailed painting work with not this brush hopefully, nor this brush hopefully, but these brushes here. And the majority of what I'm going to do is a wash, but there is some different colors I've got. It's been sitting around for a while, and they're going to need to get used eventually. They go bad, so we'll see what we're going to come up with today. So I think the most what I'm going to be doing is going to be black wash. That's where you take some black ink and you add a little bit of water to it, and you just kind of go in the cracks of whatever the figure is. And usually when I do it, I like to have a little rag that I will dab off the excess. The big question is, which black am I going to use? I've got screen printing black that someone gave me that I need to use up. And remember, if you're mixing this with water, you're kind of diluting whatever it is. This is tempera, which I'm probably not going to use, but I'm just pointing out that I have it. This is metallic sequin black acrylic paint. May use that. And I do actually have a pre-made wash made by, who's this? I got this at Guardian Games in Portland. The Army Painter War Paints. Army Painter. That's who this is by. And what is this? Oh, this is gray. I don't need gray. Well, actually, I do need gray. There's a garbage can. And for those who don't know, this is a fun multicam show where I have a bunch of cameras set up in unusual places so you can watch the action as it unfolds. This is what I'll be painting. As you can see, let me turn the, sorry about that, let me turn the camera. There's a little garbage can right here. It's got an Oscar the Grouch in it. There's a mechanism that fires it. Look at that. Isn't that exciting? Some steps, and we may add some color too. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to do gray on the garbage can. I think I'm going to just put a wash on the street because I'm going to be putting figures on it, and this is a great way to make them pop out, even if it's not really the correct color. I imagine I want concrete or asphalt or something. And then maybe I should paint the fire hydrant. And when I say paint these, I'm just going to kind of throw a little bit of paint over them to make them look like they've got some paint on them. They're not going to be particularly great. That would take a red. I'm going to have to go looking for red. Once I have it in this magic bag, it is time now to go to cam 2 in the studio, which looks like a psychedelic camera. But here you can see I'm sitting over here on this end of the cyc. We'll be painting. Okay, we have found some acrylic Joanne Essentials. How old is this? That is the Nesquik. If anybody has questions in the chat, let me just quickly check the chat. And as always, Lurks is here. Good guy, Lurks. Always filling in, letting people know what is happening on this channel. So I've got some red for the fire hydrant. I've got a Yoda nobody wants. I also got some sponges, if there's going to be some of that, you know, that sponging going on. See, what other colors do I possibly need? I'm just going to go just going to go over most of this. I don't know. We'll see if I need to paint any of this. Before I do any painting, though, I'm going to, of course, wash it. It says lamp on it. Got some green. Also got some purple. I don't really want to like go through and overpaint this whole thing and make it a big painted deal. I just kind of want to I just kind of want to throw some accents on it so that when I photograph it with toys, it doesn't look like they're just a bunch of toys on a Sesame Street. Because a lot of fine detail, not only does the camera not catch, but also the eye doesn't catch. And you can get away with quite a bit when you're doing small things on camera. Now, if someone were to look at it in a room under the light for an extended period of time, yeah, you'll see that it's pretty much garbage. Okay, I also have in here all these model paints that we can go to, but we're going to see what we can do with just what's floating around on the tabli. So these can go back in here in the art supply bag. There's another black. Here's Barn Red. This is 3D fabric paint, so it probably comes out like goop or glue. And this is Studio Series Acrylic Crimson that I got at a free box on the street of Portland. All right, so let's do this garbage can first, shall we? We're gonna start with gray. Well, actually, let's do a little bit of a wipe down first. That's where the little scrubby brush comes in. You can get pretty far with a scrubby brush. All right, this is all gross, this side. Try and take out some of the dirt. Ironically, it's going to get filled with paint. Whenever you always start with a clean surface, it's my opinion. Don't have to subscribe if you do not want to. little bit of overspray onto the cyc, not a big deal. It's just Windex, which I clean the cyc often, whether I want to or not. It does get cleaned quite a bit. I'm just right now going in, scrubbing all the grooves on this hunk of plastic, this thrift store find, forgotten, abandoned, hated by all, kicked to the curb, run out of town. Anyone out there ever been run out of town? Or they just run you out of town? I know it sounds weird, doesn't it? But think about it. Or maybe don't think about it. Standing right now while I do this. I know I said I was sitting earlier. That was kind of a lie. It's kind of a standing show. You can see that the scrubbing continues. Scrubathon. And we'll go for a different camera angle to let people know that there is excitement in the room. It's a very exciting room that we're in right now. Make sure I still got battery power on the pack. That's right, I'm wearing a wire, people. Hope you can handle that. I have to go in and ask to buy cigarettes. There's some dirt way back here that may not be getting cleaned unless I have a, do I have a Q-tip? There's a little bit of toilet paper. Yeah, that's pretty involved. All right, spit on your glaive. A lot of zen and motorcycle maintenance cleaning this thing. All right, shut up, Oscar. I'm losing pieces of toothbrush now. Folks, it's time for the next camera angle. Here we go. All right. Here we are. We're spraying down the orange dog. The orange side, the good side, the winning side. Yeah, it's like a car wash. Except with poison. Oh, forgot about this side. I don't know how difficult it is to get the two halves apart. It might behoove me to find out and split these things up if I ever just wanted to shoot scene that way, or, you know. Wow, this is better than I thought. It's almost to the point where I can't believe I already used this thing once. Action figuratorium. All right, we definitely want to clean off this little R2-D2 unit here. Where is he? Wait a minute. Man, this little groove here where they stuck in the steps. This looks like the front of like a Rolling Stones album cover. All right, inside there are what I would call sets as well. I don't know if we can see what I'm talking about here. But, you know, we've got like a little cash register, and of course, there's a door there. It's kind of dirty too. Look at that. Anyways, not sure what I'm gonna do at the inside. If anything, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sure exactly how to use it. It'd be kind of tough to light. I guess, I don't know. I guess I do have these little mini lights, like the size of a quarter. I want to say I'm tired after that. But I think I can go some more. All right, so this takes just a bit to dry. While that's drying, I'm going to step out and look for some type of a sheet or drop cloth to put down so I can paint on the cyc. And I'm pretty sure that I know where one is, so I shouldn't be gone too long. I have returned with a drop cloth, and we are going to start the painting process now. We're going to begin with the fire hydrant decided. And I've got a lot of cheap brushes. And they're for projects just like this. All right, so you guys guys want the paint cam? It's in black and white, by the way. Oh, already spilling on the set. I think what's going to happen is as I go, I'm going to keep working on the set and adding things, like maybe I'll graffiti the building, or, you know, that kind of thing. Add something to it, grow something with it. I do have a second building as well. That's not quite as cool. Very red fire hydrant. Can't tell in the black and white cam. You have to trust me. And it's not going to just be red. I'm going to go over it with a wash after I let it dry. Thank you, Lurks, by the way, for being in the channel and keeping it alive. Really appreciate that. We need more lurkers out there. Like yourself, Lurks. We need more people like you. Doing whatever it is you're doing and doing it well. And just taking a little bit of paint off. All right. Is there anything else that needs red is the question. Now that I'm looking at this, I don't want to just add it because I have it. Not sure. Okay, well then. Good news for all of us. We're going to move on to something that is not red. And I think we'll go to this cam. This watch me work cam. Kind of hanging out, talking to the camera, you know. And let's see here, let's do gray. We use gray quite a bit. All right, gray needs help. I'm looking for a pin, and I found one. Oh yeah, Count Gunkula. All right, we don't need a lot. Start with that. See how my brush is doing. Yeah, I know. Let's go camera 3. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, painting is loud. And the great thing about this is you can kind of be a bad painter, like me. You kind of be terrible at it, and you can get away with it. And when I say bad painter, I mean in spirit. I don't know if there is such a thing as bad painting, but if there is such a thing, it's probably me. Most people will tell you how good they are at stuff. Like, oh man, I can paint, you should see me. Truth is, you're probably terrible. By any standard. And I am too. Maybe even worse. Alright, getting a little low on the paint ski. That's right, make everything into a Polish word if I can. Really helps. I kind of like how sort of uneven and weird this is turning out. It feels like you don't have to get everything on it. You just have to sort of get close. And the back is going to be the least important, so let's see if I can finish up with this. I think I did this with one dab of paint from the bottle. That sounds like a Metallica song, From the Bottle. And when I say Metallica, I mean like Metallica today, you know. Boring Metallica. Metallica thinks they're like country stars or something. Oh, we got a whole other side. We got a whole other side. Alright, we may have to go just a tad bit more juice to get the side of this. I don't know if you guys can see any of this on the camera. And I apologize if some of these shots are bad because, you know, I'm moving the thing but not the camera, and you know. I mean, I know Lurks is watching, and when this channel gets to 2 viewers, we go up like, you know, 100%. I'll be able to say, well, you know, Lurks was there first. Lurks is my guy. And when the t-shirt comes out, I mean the first edition, and clearly not the second, when the first edition of the t-shirt comes out, it'll probably mention Lurks somewhere. Maybe thank you Lurks, or Lurks was here first, or, you know. Unless there's a fee. If I gotta pay Lurks a fee, then it won't say that. And, you know, my apologies. Get some more paint. My apologies if I misled anyone into thinking that they were going to get some kind of a paycheck. All right. What is going on, camera 2? Almost got this. I'm going to call that pretty good. The only way that you could see that is if I was shooting down behind it, and I'm not. All right. It is time to move on to bigger, better things. All right, is there anything else that needs to be painted? Is there anything else that, you know, the door's green, should I paint that brown? Why would it be brown? Maybe it should stay green. Maybe I should paint the insides. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that'd be too much color? I don't know. What have I got here? I've got earth brown. Iridescent gold. I got two whites, two dead white they call it. Desert yellow. Yeah, I don't know. I think no paint. I think, oh, you know what? Man, I hate to say it, but we should, no. I was going to say maybe I should paint this, if you can see, this is like a, kind of like stonework ledges out here. But nah, it really requires maybe like painting the whole building or something. So let's just dig into our black. And let's start with, I think we're going to start with, let's see what this fabric screen printing ink is doing. Well, first of all, it has congealed a lot. So I'm going to say no to that. I'm going to find a way to use this. It needs to be jump-started again. And what else do I have? Well, it's going to take a lot. Not love that. I'm going to try this unopened folk art. Just covered in sparkle dust from a can of something else. Can of sparkle paint that was in the box. Got on it, and now it's contaminated in sparkle powder. Some people go, oh, that's cool. It's not cool, okay? I think it's cool, because you don't know better. Give me a minute here to wash some of those off my hands. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh, goopy. And what I'm going to do is mix the water as needed. Done this many times. Results vary. as I did just put in a lot of black paint. And not enough water. You are watching Action Figuratorium. My name's Mark. I'm here in Milwaukee. This is a show that I do 3 times a week. I'm on here on a Sunday afternoon doing a little painting project. Working on this Sesame Street brownstone, just trying to make it not look so Sesame Street brownstone and make it look to have a little more popping colors. I don't know if you can see around me, but I'm going to start on the top here, see what we got. Trying to get actually in little crevices. And water it down. Oh, Vala's going to have to go. Do it a couple times if you feel you need to. The idea is to get inside the cracks and then go back and remove. Paint on the surface. In general, it will dirty up the whole thing. But you give it a little bit of urban grit. Urban grit, people. All right. Thanks to everyone for watching on a Sunday, i.e. lurks. It's good to have the old school audience back. People who've been with you from day one. People who got your back. The guys you can trust, without a doubt, over and over again. Let me see here. I will just go check the chat real quick. Oh yes, Commander Root is in here now, which is one of my faves. Thanks for popping in, Commander Root. We are doing a little painting today of a set piece. We are just trying to put a wash over it to give it a little kind of chaos, a little bit of grit, sort of fill in the flatness of it. I know it's really easy to clean up too if you're not happy with something, but it will end up looking cool in the long run, and it takes going over it a couple times. Because you're going to want to clean up, and you're going to take a little bit off that you didn't want to take off, and you're going to put more on, and you know, expect it to be a process. But really just try to aim for the hello. Try and get in the cracks, the crevices. Mop up the excess. There's kind of a way to mopping it off too, and I'm a bit of a hack here. And I also don't like that bell that rings. But this gives it some, yeah, let's go to camera 3. It gives it some kind of grit to it that was missing. Let's do the sides. May have to add a bit more black paint. I maybe too watery at this point to bleed some off. Oh, look at how the black paint reacts with the beige plastic on here. Whole new game, people. New game. All right, let's clean this up. First, I'll just dab it off. Take the excess off that way. This is a feat of painting. So everything on the surface here, if I want to, I can come back and easily clean up. All right, someone said more black. You're right. We're going in more black. Oh, very goopy today. This stuff has been sitting around a while. Ugh. Gross. Very gross. And it's starting to mix in a little bit with my red. Don't mind. All right, just kind of pushing this in. Uh-huh. Alright, let's do a little cleanup on this side. Once we put a layer down on everything, we can go back in and do extra cleanup if it's too dirty, redo it if it's too clean. Like this area here looks a little extra. This place here makes it look like it's burned out building. Maybe take a Q-tip and clean up some of these that are especially extra dark, or that look like someone painted it with a brush. But overall, it's kind of cool. All right, let's keep going. Cleanup is easy. Applying is something else. Let's get the door, people. Not really sure how this one's gonna work. Well, just dab it in. Oh, I have been at this for 48 minutes. Is anyone else as stunned as I am? And this rag is going to be done. It'll be pulled out of circulation. Look at this, you can open the door. All right, let's keep going, shall we? This is just getting good. Let's see what happens if we paint the steps. Oh, I like it. I got this little bit of water running down. Yeah, I think what we should do is push in even more. What do you guys think of this action? Yeah. All right, we're doing great as far as applying paint goes. Doing the sidewalk. Steps. Inside. Top here. Top of this. This might look terrible on camera. Looks worse in person. Don't worry though. This is going to turn out great. Just Gotta find more paint in the sludge. And we found it. Look at that. Well, I don't have to do too much on the back side. All right, let's do some removal. Oof, just took out a lot. That one. We'll go back in and clean up some of these where it looks like someone came along and just painted it. Let's see here, a little dab of water on the I want the place to look dirty, but I don't want to look like, you know, some bombed out city or something. All right, a little better. So that bell again, I think is gonna have to go. All right. Whew. It's a lot of work and not the most amazing payoff. Some parts look better than others. Let's try this side. And then we'll go back. Oh, actually, let's do the garbage can. And then we'll go back to orange and we'll go back to here and see if we can fix some stuff. So. Just blast it on. And I put it on everything, but I'm really just trying to get it in the grooves. And on top. All right, the garbage can looks pretty cool, just that black over it, but let's take some of that down, gently dabbing it off. This looks like a dirty trash can now. Oh, I like it when it gets in the little holes on the top. I think that looks the best. like sometimes it looks better than others. All right. Let's go to this side, folks. Start at the top because no one's going to see that, so we can look the worst. Just doing straight across on the shingles. Oh, terrible job there. I think everybody has their own process for doing this. Mine is still in the making as I go. I haven't really figured out quite the technique. Oh, I like it. It's running. But a couple things seem to work really well. Alright, let's dab this off before it gets too dry. Yeah, still going here on the front of the orange building. Kind of brush it on, I wipe it off, I brush it on, I wipe it off. Kind of hope that it gets in all the little crevices, not so much on the face of it. It's just kind of a weird technique on this kind of thing. Some stuff's a lot easier to do this on. But this plastic is kind of, you know, oh, this is kind of cool. This like little molding. All right, let's do some dabbing. Let's go and dab it down first. This also makes it a lot less orange, a lot less fruity. If there's any spots that just has a little too much, oof. All right, so this I want. I wouldn't say pristine, but I want to clean this. We'll leave the canopy. I love that word. We'll use the canopy. We'll leave it blue and white. Won't put any crap on it. Let's do the sidewalk. Let's see what we get with the sidewalk. Ooh, I like this. We're going to do the whole sidewalk, and then we're going to dab it off. This is the plan, folks. Entire sidewalk and then dab it. Trying to get it into every crack. I want to get it in the crack more than on the sidewalk because I'm going to clean the sidewalk off. But sometimes it does not go there. Oh yeah, we can do this. Sides. So tomorrow's show, I'm going to be using this to photo some homies that I have that I recently refound and going through one of the boxes. And yeah, hoping that this kind of energizes the brand, the homies brand. Who knows, maybe the micro icons punks get involved. Or not. They don't have to. Yeah, I kind of like the dirty look on this sometimes. All right, let's do down here. All right, so the sidewalk didn't turn out as good as I thought. I think we'll do it a second time. Looks like I have hit the fire hydrant with my arm, taking some paint off, which is not a problem. As we're just gonna do the same thing to it that we did to the garbage can. Oh, it looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool, people. Yeah, this looks great. Fire hydrant looks great. See how the garbage can's turning out. Ah, terrible. terrible as always. We'll make it great, though. We'll make all this great. Just takes going in layer after layer after layer. It's hard to imagine this has been an hour on the Action Figuratorium. And let's see, is there any battery power left? Oh, there's some. We got a little bit of battery power. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go, I think I'm going to go another 23 minutes on this. I think I'm going to call it. For the day. All right, let's get kind of close. Let's get up to usable. Maybe not great, but usable. All right. Here's how we do this. Put a lot of paint on it. You just kind of let it run into the cracks. And let's do it on the side. Got a lot of cracks here. Beautiful design on this toy, by the way. 1984 Muppets. Sesame Street specifically, but they did a really good job on this. I feel as if certain toys today are missing the kind of detail that this has, and just kind of a being a Playskool thing. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, because I know there's some really expensive toys out there that have amazing detail, but I'm talking about at the Playskool level, not at the collector hobby shop nerd level. All right, let's. This actually looks kind of cool. Let's and let's try the other side. I don't have to glurt more paint on, but I will if I have to. Oh, there's a big, huge lug of it in there. All right, doing the whole wall. Going for cracks more than surface. And ding, ding, ding. All right, let's get this front here. Facade. Ooh. In here is going to be a little more difficult. let's do a little bit of cleanup. This is the Action Figuratorium. For anybody who has recently stepped into the show, I normally do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sunday we're doing a painting, so I thought I would just flip on the cam here in the studio while I blast away at this. We're just trying to add some accents and life and urban grit to a Sesame Street building to make it kind of cool-y. And the great thing about doing this is that you don't have to be particularly good at it. You just have to do it. All right, so see if I can get pretty close to, damn, spilling paint. Finishing up next 20 minutes. We're gonna try the sidewalk again. This desktop cam or tabletop cam shutter always kind of sucks. All right. And some cleanup. You just kind of dab it on and smudge it off and smudge it on and dab it off. After a while, you're left with like a cool, sort of watery, I don't know, it's hard to explain what this is all about, the process, but do we need to get the door? Will it take paint in wash form? People are saying probably not. They're saying you're probably out of luck. And I might agree with them. All right, let's go back to the other side. And I like and dislike what's been done over here. Trying to make it look not so painted, but make it look kind of aged. Actually, over here, a little dabble of water. Let's take some. Yes, the sidewalk is the most difficult. Let's goop a bunch onto here. Oh, look at this. All right. There are a couple of areas I'm going to have to take a Q-tip and possibly clean up. Where are we at? We've gone an hour 17. Let's keep going. We got a few minutes left. We'll close this out at an hour and a half painting. If you want to follow the finished product as well as the show, when we go live, that kind of thing, you can follow me on Instagram, which is Actfigatorium. Twitter, there's some posts on Twitter. And just really kind of trolling for followers, you know. But you can catch me there. Same name, Actfigatorium. All these episodes are, of course, archived on YouTube. Action Figatorium has its own channel. It's the only channel called Action Figatorium. A search will find it. A simple search will find these videos. Of course, if you're watching this on Twitch, it'd be great if you became a follower. I don't really require people to watch the show, but it'd be great if there was just more people who followed the adventures. All right, let's see what we can do here. Oh, missed a spot down here. Just gonna put kind of a light layer of ugly watery black on. Ooh, this place is looking dirty now. I don't know what you guys can see as far as this goes, but Brownstone Station versus Brownsville Station. Ooh, let's get a lot in here. Also, I just kind of want to make sure that I use up all this ink. You know, I kind of committed to it when you squeeze it into the container full of water. You got to commit to the bit. That's what we're doing, folks. We are committing to the bits bidding. Let's get the door again. Now that we've gotten the perfect kind of overpainting wash, it doesn't really stick to the... I was going to say, now's the time to do the steps. It just does not stick right. All right, once you've added on, then you got to take it off. I start by just going in and dabbing with the rag, grabbing the excess. Oh, this is great up here where it dripped. It looks kind of like it's been raining for 100 years on this building. Now, it doesn't have to quite look this dirty. All right, it can be just slightly damp. Some parts can be a little cleaner than others. All right. Touch it up a little bit front. Take the grit down just a little bit, clean it a little, take it back, make it not look so, you know, like it's a coal mine. It definitely has a lot more character now. All right, we got 6 minutes left to go here, folks. This is Action Figuratorium Sunday Crafts Paint Day. Just looking to add a little bit of accents and weather to a Sesame Street brownstone set so as to make it look like it's not a big orange giant toy. We're not trying to go for end of the world grime per se. This isn't that kind of thing. Hooper Store. Anyone remember the Burt Reynolds movie Hooper? He played a stuntman. I was gonna say, if you do, put it in the comments, but maybe you shouldn't. Maybe that's the kind of thing that you shouldn't put in the comments. All right, the bell, the non-stop bell. I'm gonna go one more time on the sidewalk. I just think that something can be pulled off with the sidewalk, you know? I think there's something there. Maybe nothing. Maybe I'm imagining it. for the padding. Should we get the sides? Yeah, why not? What do I got to lose? Let's get the fire hydrant one more time. Getting close to deadline. Yeah, we still got Oscar the squid, or whatever his name is. More. Only add a bit more wash to this. You know, garbage can. If anything can look dirty, it can be the garbage can. And the top, you can always make the roofs ugly. All right. I think we do in there, inside, along the edge. Oh man, back. We just dab it, dab it, dab it, dab it, dab it down, dab it down, sides, dab it down, and there we go. Well, this has been today's episode of Action Figuratorium. Yeah, I'm Mark, and I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 1 p.m. Today we painted a brownstone, and I'm glad everyone could make it. And I hope to see everybody tomorrow about 1 in the afternoon, when we're going to shoot some homies in front of this thing. So come on back for that.